welcome back to my channel. So today we have another hot topic that I want to get into. This is something that's been trending. I don't know, there's been so many conversations about this topic, back and forth between men and women, and honestly it don't make no sense to me either, because it just doesn't. So what we're going to get into is this whole conversation about women asking men for money. Okay, this is something that we've seen so many people talk about. Women online promoting, if a man's not buying me this or giving me this, then basically I'm not going to talk to him. I'm not going to waste my time. If you're not sending me a cash app, why are you talking to me? We don't have nothing to talk about. If you're not sending me money, if you're not giving me gifts, it's this kind of rhetoric that is being spewed out so much all the time. Every day I get online and I can see a woman talking about how a man can only talk to her, or that she's only entertaining men if they're going to give her something. And I think it's very dangerous. I think it's very harmful for the culture. I think it's very toxic, and just really it's wicked. To me, it's wicked. It's wicked, it's evil, because especially for younger women who desire to be married one day, I feel like, how are you supposed to get to know somebody if the only thing you're worried about is if a man can give you money just from him wanting to have a conversation with you? So I have this video clip that I want to play real quick. So here you go.
Start asking these niggas for money. If you're out at the grocery store and a man is bothering you, say, "Oh, do you want to pay for my groceries?" He's either going to pay for them or he's going to leave you alone. Same with the gas station. You're out getting gas. A man comes to bother you. "Do you want to pay for my gas?" You either get your gas paid for or he leave you the hell alone. Even if you're just out walking on the street, he's like, "Hey, where you going?" "I'm going to the Chanel store." "Do you want to come with me? Do you want to buy me something?" They're either going to spend that coin or they're going to leave you alone. Either way, you win. Ask them for money. When men make you uncomfortable, make them uncomfortable back.
So what I want to talk about is how dangerous it has become for women to be spewing this type of information out. And this I don't know this young lady. I just came across her video on TikTok, so I don't know anything about her. I'm just going simply based off what she said in her video and kind of what I'm taking from it, because I feel like it's just harmful and it's doing a lot of damage, because a lot of younger girls, like, they are looking at this stuff and they're running with it. They think that this information is something that they should take to heart and that they should be doing, and actually they're actually taking this and using this in their real life, not realizing that this stuff is not, it's not something that you can really do in real life. It's not going to lead you to anything productive. It's not going to lead you to where you want to be. And I know for me personally, like, one day, yes, I would like to be married. Of course, that's not my only purpose in life. That's not the only thing I'm chasing. Like, I'm not just chasing a man. I'm not chasing after marriage, but at some point in my life, yes, I would like to be married. So I think that this type of information is harmful, especially for younger women. And I'm in my 30s. So it's like, if I could say that this is harmful, I can only imagine how harmful it is when you're at a younger age and you have this mindset that, oh, if a man's not paying my bills, if a man is not giving me money, then we have nothing to talk about. And it just makes me think, like, well, if you're marriage minded, how do you expect a man to approach you if every time somebody is coming up to you, wanting to speak to you, wanting to hold a conversation with you, the first thing you're thinking about is, oh, can you give me some money? Oh, can you buy me this? Oh, can you buy me that? So what happens when you get to that point where you are ready for a relationship, you are ready for a marriage, and no one is looking your way because you've done all this in your early age, and you rejected all these men because they don't have no money to give you, they don't have You know, they're not approaching you with money and offering you all this stuff, all this materialistic stuff. And now you reach the age where ain't nobody checking for you at all. It's like they're setting themselves up for failure, because what you reap, what you sow, you're going to reap. And you can't sow all this discord and confusion. You can't put all this toxic information out into the world and then think that later on in life, when you're ready to settle down, that things are just going to magically start happening for you and that things are going to work out the way that you expect. Like, no. Remember all that toxic information and all that toxic stuff that you was spewing out when you was younger? Now that stuff is going to come back and haunt you, because you told so many women how if a man approaches you, that you should be asking him for money, or if you want a man to leave you alone, you should be asking him for money. That's the quickest way to make a man leave you alone. And now that they have left you alone, now you're sitting here crying and upset and sad because nobody wants you. Okay, we could look at this in real life and see all these like older women who are celebrities: Tracy Ellis Ross, Claudia Jordan, who's another one? There's so many. All these women, all these beautiful women who are single. Okay, all these celebrities who are single. They, Vivica Fox, like all these women who are older, and now they are crying out. They are crying out about how lonely they are, about how they regret not taking, their relationships in their early ages serious, how they was so focused on their career and making money and just kind of having fun, as they like to say, like they was just enjoying their young age, which I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, I'm not telling anybody that, oh, you should hurry up and get married at the youngest age. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is, especially for women, like, stop trying to make it seem like a man got to be doing something for you just so you can have a conversation. Like, it's very negative. It's very toxic for this information. I don't like it. And then it's like, so if you only want to entertain a man if he has something to give you, then do you really want to be with a man? That's how I feel. Do you really like men? Because you don't even do that to strangers on the street. You could walk past a man on the street and you're not going to just sit there and ask him, hey, can you buy me this? Like, if women would just put themselves in a man's predicament, and this is not me being like, I know some people will say, oh, you're a pick me. Oh, you're trying to pander to men. No, I'm not. I'm just keeping it all the way 100, because we see this stuff that we see going on with women is very toxic, and somebody has to call it out. Okay, it's not about me being a pick me. I don't have to pander to men. I don't have to pander to women. I'm just calling it like I see it. And there will be some times where I get onto stuff that men do as well. Like, I'm not one or the other. I'm not one of these people that get on the internet and pander to either gender. I don't do that. Like, right is right and wrong is wrong. Okay, so there may be some videos, some content that I make talking about something that a man has done. So it's not, I'm not one of those. Okay. Let's just keep it all the way real. But my whole thing is, we got to stop listening to these single women give relationship advice. I will let you know straight up, I am not a relationship coach. I'm not on here to give relationship advice at all, okay? I have picked terrible in the past. I've chosen bad people to be in a relationship with before in my past. So I'm not telling you how you should pick. I'm not telling you what you should and shouldn't do, because I've picked wrong too, okay? And so I think that it's very harmful for these women on these podcasts and these influencers to be given all this relationship advice about how much money a man gotta make for them to even consider talking to this man, or to even consider giving this man a chance. Like, I think it's very toxic, because at the end of the day, if you just sit there and really do the math. How many people do you actually know in your own family personally? How many men in your own family personally do you know that make six figures and up? Just think about that. How many men personally do you know in your family that make six figures and up, or, is making a decent amount of money that you hear these women talking about that they need a man to make? How many men do you personally know in your family that makes that much money? I'll wait. That's why I say we got to stop listening to these single relationship coaches and dating influencers, because they don't know what they're talking about. They're all single. They're trying to figure it out too. They don't have it together. They haven't mastered how to be in a relationship and coexist with the man. They haven't figured it out. And then some of them will get on there and pretend like they know what they're talking about, but yet if you actually do research into their history, into their background, they just as toxic as anybody else. So even like the Dr. Bryant, like, this woman is, I don't know how old she is, but she too old to be giving relationship advice and trying to, make other people feel bad about their situation, and she in a worse situation. Her situation is no better. Some of these people are really just out here for money. They not out here to really help people and bring families together, and they're not really for marriage like that. They really just out here for money because they know that, this relationship culture, this topic is what a lot of people struggle with, because, we desire connection, we desire companionship. So that's something that's always going to have money in it. There's going to be money made because people are going to want to listen and try to learn, what they can do to be in a relationship. So, a lot of these people are just out for money. They're not really here to help you build a family and stay married and have connections and be able to communicate and be able to just have a healthy coexistence with the opposite sex. They're not here for that. Okay? So, I just wanted to talk about that because it's getting bad. So like I said, I wanted to talk about this because I think it's just, we need to talk about it more. And, I don't know, we need to band together and like get these women out of it, because these women are keeping women single, like having all these high demands and high standards that are unrealistic is keeping a lot of us single, keeping a lot of us lonely and desperate, because we sitting out here searching for something that really doesn't even exist on the wide scale that they're trying to make it seem like it exists on. Like, there's not that many wealthy men. And then on top of that, you have all these requirements for a man, but do you meet those same requirements? How do you know that this man that's making all this money, that has all these characteristics, how do you know that he wants you? What makes you think that he wants you out of everybody in the world, that he's going to pick you? This man has unlimited options and he's going to pick you? Like, have y'all thought about that? Like, we be wanting, we want a man that's 6 foot tall. We want a man that makes six figures. We want a man that got a six pack. He's in shape. He got all this. But then when you look at the other side of it, the woman, she don't have none of that. It needs to match up. So it's like, you can't expect all these expectations and have all these high standards, but then you don't even measure up to the same standards that you're trying to have for somebody else. It don't make sense, okay? And that's the problem. We want somebody that's better than us, but we don't even measure up to that, to be that person, to be the opposite. We don't match. The people we want don't even want us. And that's what's keeping a lot of us single. And then we try to say, oh, well, we don't want to settle. You're settling for yourself. You're not trying to level up yourself, but you want somebody else to be better. Make it make sense. I could probably go on and on and on about this topic, because it really just makes me upset to see how dense and just, I don't know. some of the women just, it's like we don't have a brain sometimes. Like, we just go along with whatever celebrity or whatever person, influencer, whatever they say is like it's set in stone and it's true. Like, some of us, it's like some of us don't even have a brain sometimes. So, I just want to bring that to light. Let me know what you think in the comments. Y'all have a blessed day.